Let me tell y'all something. Every single person in this room has something special inside of him. You were not made to just wake up, go to work, pay bills, and die. Nah. You were made with purpose, with potential, and I'm here to tell you, you've got to set a goal and go after it like it depends on it. See, the problem is too many folks walking around life like they just hoping to bump into success. Like success is something you find in your coat pocket one morning. But let me ask you this. How are you going to hit a target you ain't even aiming at? You can't just float through life and expect to land somewhere great. You got to set the GPS. You got to pick a destination. And don't come to me talking about little dreams. No, sir. Dream big. I mean, so big it scares you a little. Because if your dream don't scare you, it ain't big enough. But here's the trick. Once you got that big old dream, break it down. Step by step, day by day. You don't eat the whole elephant at once. You take one bite at a time. Now, I know some of y'all thinking, but Steve, I prayed on it. Good. But let me tell you something my mama used to say. Faith without works is dead. You got to hustle. You got to move your feet while you pray. God ain't in the business of microwaving blessings. You got to show up every single day and grind. And don't you worry about failing. You gonna fall down. You gonna get laughed at. You might even cry in your car before you go back in that job. But let me tell you, every L you take ain't a loss. Sometimes it's a lesson. Failure is part of the process. The great ones didn't get great because they never fell. They got great because they never quit. So if you got a goal, speak on it. Write it down. Tell it to somebody you trust. Speak it, see it, and go seize it. Stop living small. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Your future is out there waiting on you to show up. You already got everything you need. God gave it to you. All you got to do now is believe it, chase it, and refuse to quit until you've got it in your hands. Let's go get it. You can't hit a target you can't see set clear goals. You can't hit a target you can't see set clear goals. One of the biggest reasons people don't reach their potential isn't because they're lazy or unmotivated. It's because they don't know what they're aiming for. You wouldn't get in your car and just start driving with no idea where you're headed, right? So why live your life that way? A goal gives your life direction. It turns your energy into something focused. When your vision is blurry, your results will be too. But the moment you define what success looks like for you, not your parents, not your friends, not social media, you start to take ownership of your journey. And a clear goal doesn't just say, I want to be successful or I want to be rich. Nah, that's just wishful thinking. A clear goal says, I want to open my own business at the end of the year. I want to lose 25 pounds in 6 months. I want to save $10,000 by next December. That kind of clarity changes the game. Because once you can see the target, you can start planning how to hit it. Your brain starts working differently when the goal is specific. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. You start waking up with intention instead of just drifting through your days. That goal becomes a magnet. It starts pulling you toward the future you were meant for. So if you don't have a clear goal yet, today's the day to set one. Don't leave your life up to chance. Set your sights on something real, something meaningful, and go after it with everything you've got. Remember, vague goals produce vague results. But when the vision is clear, the grind gets real. Dream big, then break it down. Small steps lead to big wins. Dream big, then break it down. Small steps lead to big wins. Listen, you're supposed to dream big. I'm talking about the kind of dream that makes people look at you sideways. The kind of dream that makes you a little nervous to say it out loud. That's the right dream. Because if it don't stretch you, it can't grow you. But dreaming big ain't enough by itself. A dream without a plan, that's just a wish. That's daydreaming. You can't just sit on the couch, close your eyes, and imagine success, and expect it to knock on your door. It don't work like that. What you gotta do is break that big old dream into small, digestible, doable steps. Let's say your dream is to write a book. That's a big dream, and that's beautiful. But if you wake up every day just staring at a blank page thinking, I gotta write a whole book, you're gonna overwhelm yourself and probably quit. But if you say, a day, I'll write one page, just one, now that's something you can handle. And before you know it, you've got 365 pages. That's your book. That's how big wins happen, one step at a time. Every Olympic gold medalist didn't start out on the podium. They started running laps around the block. Every millionaire didn't just hit a jackpot. They started saving a little money, making smart moves, investing in themselves. Break the dream down until the next step is so small, so clear, and so possible that it's impossible to ignore. Then do it. Do it again tomorrow. Stack them wins. See, progress doesn't always feel like fireworks. Sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's repetitive, but that daily discipline, that's where greatness is built. You want the mountain? Start with the first rock. So yeah, dream big. Dream so big it makes people laugh, but don't stop there, break it down. Cut the cotton, put it on paper, build a roadmap, one foot in front of the other. And I promise you'll look up one day and realize you climbed it. Faith without hustle is dead believe but work. Faith without hustle is dead believe but work. Let's get one thing straight. Belief is powerful. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe in your dream, your gift, and most importantly, yourself. But hear me when I say this. Faith alone won't do the work for you. You can't just pray for success, then go sit on the couch and wait for it to knock on your door. That ain't how it works. God don't reward laziness. He rewards effort, commitment, and perseverance. You gotta meet him halfway. You gotta move your feet while you're praying. Look, I've met a lot of talented people in my life, gifted folks, people with huge dreams, but talent without hustle, dreaming without doing, that's wasted potential. Because belief sets the foundation, but grind builds the house. You've gotta work like it depends on you and believe like it depends on him. Let's be real. There will be days you don't feel like it. Days when you question if it's even worth it. But that's where the hustle kicks in. That's where your work ethic separates you from everybody else who only talks about it. See, faith gives you vision, but hustle gives you progress. Faith tells you it's possible, but hustle makes it real. You gotta wake up early, stay up late. Say no to distraction, sacrifice some comfort. You gotta bet on yourself when nobody else is clapping for you yet. Because hustle is how you prove you believe. So yes, pray, speak life over your dreams, keep the faith strong, but when you get up from that prayer, put your head down and go to work. Because favor will find you, but it better find you moving. Fail forward setbacks are set up for comebacks. Fail forward setbacks are set up for comebacks. Let's kill the myth right now. Failure ain't the opposite of success. It's part of it. You will fall. You will mess up. You will hear no more times than you ever thought possible. But that's not the end of your story. That's just a chapter. See, we've been trained to think that failure means we're not good enough. That if something didn't work out, it's time to quit. But the truth is, every successful person you admire has failed repeatedly. The difference is, they didn't stay down. They used failure as a tool, as a teacher, as a springboard. That's what it means to fail forward, to take your losses and turn them into lessons, to fall down, but every time you get back up, you come up smarter, stronger, and wiser than before. You don't lose when you fail. You lose when you quit. Think about a baby learning how to walk. They fall all the time, but do they stop trying? No. They don't say, well, I guess walking just ain't for me. No, they get back up again and again. And eventually, they run. So why do we, as grown folks, expect to get everything right the first time? Failures ain't meant to destroy you. They're meant to shape you. They humble you. They teach you patience. They build your character. And most importantly, they prepare you for the moment when you finally get it right. So when that door opens, you're ready to walk through it with confidence. You got to flip your mindset. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I learn something that sets me up for something even better? You didn't come this far just to come this far. That setback you're dealing with right now, it might just be the setup for your biggest breakthrough. So embrace failure. So embrace failure. Respect it. Learn from it. Then dust yourself off and keep moving, because forward is the only direction that matters. Speak it, see it, seize it. What you declare, you can deliver. Speak it, see it, seize it. What you declare, you can deliver. Let me tell you something real. Words carry power. What you say about your life, your goals, your future, it matters. Because before you ever hold something in your hand, you got to hold it in your mind and speak it from your mouth. If you walk around always saying, I'll never get out of this situation, or that kind of success ain't for people like me, guess what? You're right. Not because it's true, but because you believe it into your reality. You gotta flip the script. Start speaking victory over your life, even when it don't look like it yet, even when you're broke, struggling, tired, especially then. Say it anyway. I'm built for more. I'm walking into something greater. My time is coming. That's not just motivation talk. That's a strategy. Your words are planting seeds. And when you start speaking it, your brain starts believing it. Your actions start aligning with it. That's when you start seeing it. Because once you see it clearly, vividly, you can start moving toward it with purpose. You wake up with direction. You walk different. You talk different. You make decisions that match the vision. But don't stop there. Once you've spoken it and seen it, now it's time to seize it. That means you take action. You stop waiting for the perfect time. You stop waiting for permission. You move. You take risks. You step out in faith and snatch what's yours like you already know. It's got your name on it. So don't shrink your dreams to match your current reality. Speak what you want. See yourself in it. Then go seize it like your future depends on it, because it does. You got everything inside you to make it happen, but it starts with your mouth. Say it, believe it, then go get it.